Hey guys, what is up? This is Nathan coming at you with a good internet video. I'm doing this weird thing. It's called a COD commentary. Now, the reason this is so weird is because these things aren't done very much anymore. They don't get views, but I am doing it because I enjoy doing it. I just want to sit here and talk about Call of Duty. And the reason is because this beta is just... it's just so good. It was just so good. So I don't know how to describe what I went through. What's going through my head right now. Like, sitting here watching this gameplay that I recorded. I only recorded 3 because I didn't want to flood my channel with more. I've already put out like 12 videos or something like that. I don't want to flood my channel with more. I'm going to flood my channel once the game releases. But for now, I'll relax. I'll relax for a week. You know, I'll give myself some time, go to work, try to get it out of my head before next weekend. But basically, this is just, it's so beautiful. So I'm trying to, like, put it into words, but I can't, right? Like, I'm breathing heavy right now just talking because, like, when I get excited about things, I stop breathing, basically. But, like, so I sat here, right? I recorded my reactions, my first reaction to the game, but there was nothing usable from that. It was just awe. It was just nothing. I didn't talk because I was just so in awe at the beautiful thing that was happening in front of me. So I used to try and compete, right? I was never great. I won a couple doubles tournaments here and there, and we put together a team, and like we ran some tournaments, and it was fun, and we just didn't care, right? Well, that stopped, right? These people, these friends that I made 4 years ago, just disappeared essentially. We moved on to other games, but it was never the same connection that we had as when we were playing Call of Duty. We were just so in sync in everything we did, and it was just I made some really good friends back on Call of Duty, and then Ghost release, and we played through that, right? We competed through that, and it was fun, but it wasn't the same. And then jetpacks happened, and I just completely dropped out of the scene, right? I lost all of my friends because I just couldn't play these games. I just wasn't into it. So for Boots on the Ground to come back, and the way they're doing it in this beta, it was so smooth. We got all of us together, right? The same 4 as before. We had a couple of extras, like our subs and stuff, and like just other friends, and we were just playing this beta, and it was so great, right? Boots on the Ground is so good and can be so good, and this is the perfect version of Boots on the Ground, right? And what I mean by that is it's quick, it's fast-paced, but there's still aspects of it that you can't do. I mean, obviously they already mentioned that they were gonna fix the what is it called? The out of sprint, whatever. The time to aim down sights when coming out of sprint. They're gonna fix that. It's a little slow. But honestly, the way it was set up, it created a different atmosphere to where you had to slow down. You couldn't just run and gun. You know, you had to slow down just a little bit. Just so you weren't sprinting around corners and jumping. You had to take a second and realize, hey, there might be someone up here. I have to slow down. I have to come out of sprint before I turn this corner. And so that was kind of cool. I liked that. I mean, obviously they're getting rid of it, but I think it was kind of cool. And then, so with that, you know, it was a little bit slower. You had to plan things out. Well, if you didn't plan things out, it was just the most beautiful thing that could ever happen. Like, and what I mean by that is, if you were to just run out into the open, you were dead. You were dead. There was nothing you could do. Because there were so many spots where someone could just sit and head glitch, which head glitch isn't good, right? They're not fun. But in a game about World War II, it makes sense, right? People are storming. We are storming an enemy country, right? We're invading their country. They're going to be set up. They're going to be gunning down. And there was just all these moments, right? When a group of 2 or 3 of us weren't paying attention, we just run out to the open and we just get gunned down by one guy, right? And then it would just be an amazing kill feed. And it was fun. It was just fun. And I think that's what this beta brings back, is just the fun to Call of Duty. Because yes, we're competing. Yes, we want to compete. But it has to be fun to start that competitive nature, right? We have to be enjoying what we're doing. If we're competing just for the sake of competing, we're not going to have fun. And we're not going to do well. We have to be enjoying the game, and this game brings back that joy to Call of Duty, for at least me, and I know a few other people, but I think this beta has shown what Boots on the Ground should have been, back in Ghosts. You know, it's so hard to put into words. I'm not good at putting this into words. The emotion that's going through my head right now just everything I'm feeling because of this new game. And like, sure, whatever, talk crap on me for making this video or whatever. I don't care. It's just this game was just so good in everything that it did. Yes, there's its flaws, and a lot of those have been already talked about by Sledgehammer. They've already mentioned them. They mentioned domination not granting enough kill points. They've mentioned TDM not being long enough. Like, it's 75 points instead of 100. They plan on fixing these things already out the gate, right? These are things that are going to be fixed before next weekend. These are things they plan on fixing before beta number 2. And that's amazing, right? They're using this beta to truly use it as a beta. Now, what I mean by that is there's a lot of betas, right? And then when the game releases, nothing changed. You're like, hey, that's all the same stuff that was in the beta. No, Sledgehammer was like, hey, here's a beta. We're going to release another beta next weekend. Tell us what you want changed. They did that. They're going to do that. They have said to us, the community, that they're listening. They've already taken those things, and they've already changed them or are trying to change them. And I believe moving forward into the competitive scene, they're going to continue to do that. And that's just, this beta has just shown us that Sledgehammer is so forward-thinking and so just, they're just trying so hard to give back to the community. They're trying to make this the best game possible for the community, right? They know where their consumer is, and that's what they're looking for. Finally, after 3 years, Activision has a company that's like, hey, we're going to do something for you guys, right? We're going to do what you want, so that way we can make the best game. Granted, they're doing it for money. Don't get me wrong. They know that the community is their money. But the fact that they're smart enough to worry about those things first, right? And that's what they're using this beta for, is, hey, let's get these bugs fixed now. Let's not wait until the game's released. Let's get them fixed now, right now. Let's get the community feedback now. So that way when the game is released, they can focus on their other things. And that's fine. They can focus on their DLC. They can focus on their supply drops or whatever they're going to call them. They're going to be in the game. We already know that. But they're doing this now, so that way when the game releases, when people are competing, there's less bugs to fix. They're doing this now so that way they can focus on the fun stuff later. And I think this is a true beta test, right? This is a very, very true to the name beta test. This is an unfinished game, and they are fixing. A lot of beta tests have been demos. You know, a lot of beta tests have been people giving feedback and the company's just going, okay, cool, and then not changing anything. This is a true beta test, and I think Activision and Sledgehammer have done very well in this beta test. They've listened, they're continuing to listen, and I think it just shows what we should look forward to in the coming year of Call of Duty. This is probably going to be the greatest year for Call of Duty. I'm going to be honest, guys, I recorded this about 6 times. I just could not get rid of the hype. There's just no way to get around the hype. I couldn't beat around the bush. It's not going anywhere. I'm excited for this. And that's what comes out in the second half of that, right? I just spew nonsense because it's just raw excitement. And that's all it is. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video and the last one, consider subscribing. If you didn't like the last one, maybe you'll like the next one. So let's hold out and wait until then. See you guys next time.